Yes, boys, today we're going to be doing a ranking covering many of the new Team of the Year shortlisted cards that have a chance of coming into the game very soon with Team of the Year on the horizon. Team of the Year promo coming into S25 in 8 days' time. Today, as you can tell by the intro, we are doing a ranking, man, of many of the new Team of the Year shortlisted cards. Now, obviously, quick disclaimer, we haven't included every single Team of the Year shortlist player. I've pretty much done a bit of a combination, boys, of many of the ones that I really think have a chance of getting the Team of the Year. Obviously, every shortlisted card, boys, has had a good year for their club, or else they wouldn't be in the shortlist. But I feel like there's some that are more realistic to get a Team of the Year than others, of course. So across the men and women's Team of the Year, boys, I've kind of covered a range of cards here that we're going to tier list today. And obviously, it's going to be based upon what we expect them to be like in the game as well, man. So obviously, going off their previous versions in the game. Because obviously, it's all prediction right now, boys. We don't know the confirmed men and women's Team of the Year team yet. Obviously, the voting dropped yesterday. Just on that, I will show you, boys, my Team of the Year team that I voted at the end of today's video as well. So look out for that one. So yeah, just a range of cards that we're covering today that both I feel have a good chance of getting the Team of the Year item this year, boys, on 25. But also for some of the better ones in game as well, right? So obviously, with that, it means that, yeah, obviously, we've got A, B, and C tier, right? But even the C tier items, boys, like, let's be honest, any card with a massive boost, like a Team of the Year item, is never going to be a bad card, are they? So even the C tier items in today's tier list, they're just C tier compared to the upper echelon ones of A and B. Doesn't mean they're a bad card, of course. So with that being said, let's jump straight in. We're going to start with Selma Baka. For me, she would be B tier. I think her regular gold and other items she's got in this game, she's a very solid left back, man. I used her gold at the start of this year. She's a big fan of the card. Very steady for around the price you pay for around 10k coins. But obviously then, if we go and find like a Teo Hernandez, for example, Teo year in, year out, it just seems like if I just find him here, where the hell is he? Well, there he is. A tier. Has to be, right? I mean, every year, boys, this Teo Hernandez, he always seems to get a blue. Every year, man. Team of the season, Team of the Year item, every single FIFA. Seems like Teo's had a Team of the Year for the last like 7 or 8 years on FIFA. I don't think he has, but there's definitely been a few different left backs in that time, like Marcelo and stuff as well. But yeah, it just seems like he's in there. Like he's like the first name on that Team of the Year team sheet every year. But yeah, he is expected to get one this year. He would be, if you go and pack that card, Team of the Year Teo Hernandez, let's be honest, he's your left back for the rest of the game, isn't he? Obviously, he's got this track star version at the minute, boys, coming out 1.6 million. So yeah, that card will drop obviously when Team of the Year happens, and then if he gets a Team of the Year item, he will yeah, he'd be the Team of the Year item will be around, I think, 2 to 2.5 million at the start, man, which will be crazy price to pay for a left back. But yeah, he's an absolute beast, man. Obviously, he's got his inform. His 87 still a beast as well, going for near 200k. Really, just a super meta left back in game. So yeah, he's got to be A tier for me. Alessandro Bastoni, gonna put him in the B tier. The thing is with Bastoni, man, listen, obviously he is not expected to get one. There's a lot. The Team of the Year is a very difficult team to get into, and as good as of a year Bastoni's had, yeah, he's not gonna get in. I think the likelihood is it's gonna be like a Van Dijk or a Rudiger or Saliba that gets in the Team of the Year, and they'd be a lot better in FIFA terms as well. However, Bastoni, listen, obviously this is a theory video, so obviously, you know, we're ranking this card even though he's likely not going to get a blue. Yeah, he's a really good centre back in game, man. Stature, he's got big stature in game, and obviously, you know, with a team, if he did get a Team of the Year item, the pace boost on that card would be crazy. He'd feel like a Paolo Maldini, man, because he's already, I've used Bastoni, not this year, but last year. Big fan of him, man. And as I say, if he was to get a big boost on Team of the Year card, he would be huge, man. It would be just an insanely OP card, because he's already got, as I say, that stature in game, strength to him, physicality. But yeah, for me, he wouldn't be compared to some of the other cards we're going to talk in today's video. He'd have to be in the B tier for me, because if we go and compare him to the likes of a Van Dijk, for example, if I can find his item, wherever it is, or a Saliba for that matter, Saliba into the A tier, Rudiger would be the same into the A tier, and then Van Dijk, I'll just round him up. I may as well do all together, boys, with the centre backs. Van Dijk should be here somewhere if I can find him. And then obviously Van Dijk boys into the A tier as well, man. So yeah. But yeah, Bastoni's obviously here, because obviously compared, if he was to get a blue compared to Team of the Year, Van Dijk, Rudiger, or Saliba, he wouldn't quite be on par with those. But yeah, still a very nice item if he did get one. So obviously with Paredes, boys, gonna put her alongside Bastoni in the B tier again. Similar to Bastoni in the sense that a big pace boost would do wonders for her card, because her other versions in the game already have very good defending and physical. Wendy Renard, probably the same again then, boys. I mean, yet again, another very, you know, tall. She's unlike many women defenders, whereby she's quite tall in game. She's got, I think she's like 6'2", isn't she? 6'3", and yeah, got that stature and physicality in game. Lacks on the pace side of things, so yet again, a boost in that would make the card very solid. Mohamed Salah, boys, he has to be in the A tier, doesn't he? He has to be. Thing with Salah this year, and he is in my Team of the Year team. Gonna show that at the end of the video, as I said earlier. You boys will see my team. You can get in the comments on that later on and let me know your thoughts on it, man. What you agree with, what you disagree with. But yeah, Salah for me, he's never been bad in FIFA, but this year, even going down to his other versions, I mean, Salah, boys, listen, he has had a lot of items this year, right? He's got this Globetrotter item at the minute, but you look at all his different versions, man. The Rush Salah, he's got his, obviously, his form, player of the month. I think he's rumoured to get another player of the month at the time of recording this as well. He's a lot of different items this year, but even if you just go down to his regular gold, man, like, he is, for me, Salah this year, he's never been bad, as I say, but this is one of his better years as a card on FIFA. Like, he is very good this year, man. Those left foot finesses are just insane too. But yeah, he's a top card. Top card. So yeah, for me, Salah, if he was to get a blue, which I actually think he will do, I think he'd be the right winger in this team this year. And for me, yeah, 100% he's A tier, man. Imagine a Salah card, right? You've got probably well into the 90s, probably 96, 97 pace. Nearly maxed out shooting, passing well into the 90s, the dribbling's probably maxed out, physical probably near enough high 80s, and then defending, we don't really care about that. But yeah, he's gonna be insane. So yeah, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, into the A tier. Right, boys, Mbappe. Now, listen, Mbappe is, we know EA have got to sell those packs, don't we? They got to get the dollar, boys. It's the bottom line, isn't it? So yeah, he's gonna get a blue. Can't say a word, boys, on Friday the 17th of January when we enter into Ultimate Team that we don't see an Mbappe on the loading screen. I just don't see a word with that happens. But it is questionable this year because he's made the big move to Madrid and he hasn't had, hasn't been plain sailing for him since he moved there. So it's not been, he's not had a bad year, but it's not been a crazy year for Mbappe, especially up to his standards. I still think he'll get a blue though, but yeah, for me, if he is to get one, we know he's going to be insane in game. Mbappe, he's one of the best strikers in the game, so he's 100% in the A tier. Right, we'll get a few of the quick ones out of the way, boys. We're going to move to the goalies here. So obviously, Diogo Costa, I don't think it's fair for me to put any goalies in the C tier because, as I say, we know the topic of goalies, boys. And if you boys have seen other ranking videos on the channel where I've done like top 10 meta players in each position and stuff, you know when I talk about the rankings of goalkeepers, it's very, very preference based, man. Like, you just got every keeper in this game, you just got to find the one that makes the least amount of bad mistakes for you, bad EA bullshit mistakes, because they're all coded the same way, their animations are weird, they let the ball through their hands, they pull their hand away from the ball, no matter who you've got, and no matter whatever team, whatever players get a team of the year goalkeeper item, they're going to do the same thing. Their stats are going to be boosted, but they're going to still do those same stupid animations from time to time. So yeah, I think it's very preference based. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to go on my preference from what I've used with these goalies. So for me, Diogo Costa is going in the B tier. We're going to have Kobel in the B tier. We're going to have Donnarumma in the B tier as well. Mike Maignan in the B as well. And then the one I'm going to put in the A tier, boys, is Emiliano Martinez, man. As I say, this is going to be very preference based. You could have Martinez here, boys. You could have Maignan up here. You could have Donnarumma up here. Depends on who, going off their previous versions in the game, who you get on most with and who you like the most in goals. So for me, I've tried a lot of keepers this year. I've had Oblak, I've had Courtois, I've had Alisson. Martinez has been the guy that stood out the most for me. So this is obviously a tier list based on only my opinion, boys. So as I say, it'll cause debate in the comments. Get your thoughts in and whether you agree or disagree on these. But for me, Martinez, if he was to get a team of the year item this year, he would be in the A tier for me because I love how good this card is in game for me. Now, he might be awful for some of you boys, as I say. That's kind of the way goalies are in this game. You just got to find that one that works for you. But for me, Martinez, yeah, he makes mistakes every now and again, but every keeper does in the game, unfortunately. But for me, he's one of the most consistent ones I've used this year. My favorite goalie in this game by a mile, and yeah, I'm gonna put him in the A tier for today's video. Obviously, Martinez, I love that 1v1 close down trait he's got as well, boys, but to be fair, most meta keepers have that trait anyways, don't they? Alright, boys, so Erling Haaland might be controversial, this one, but he's not going into the A tier. I don't particularly rate Haaland's card in this FIFA, man. I don't. If he was to get a team of the year item on the 17th, or he gets the 12th man, for example, which he may do, I think Mbappe will be the striker in the main team, and then I think Haaland might have a chance at 12th man. We'll see. There's a few in the shortlist for 12th man though, so it'll be tough to differentiate and see which one gets it. But as I said at the start of the video, boys, this is obviously a team of the year themed tier list, man. You know what I mean? All these cards are, we're imagining these cards with team of the year items, so none of them are gonna be bad. But yeah, Haaland this year, boys, I've tried a few different versions of him this year in game. Not a fan, man, and I know he's a very hit or miss player for a lot of people, man. Some people love him, some people don't like him in this game. I wasn't a fan, man. I think last year he was a lot better in game than he was this year, put it that way. So I much prefer the Haaland on 24 than 25, just my opinion. But for me, yeah, Haaland in the B tier for me. We're gonna have Lauren James. Now, I used her, I think it was her team of the season item at 97 rated, which would be around the rating you'd expect if she got a team of the year item as well this FIFA. I used her 97 rated right wing version, boys, either on FIFA 23 or it was last year, can't quite remember, but she was unreal. Absolutely phenomenal card, boys. So for me, if she gets a card similar to that and similar stats like that this year, if she gets a blue item, she's in the A tier, man. She was so good when I tried her last couple of years. We'll go Gulace, last goalkeeper of the video. We'll put him into the B tier again there. As I said, my regular thing with the goalies is just because I'm putting Martinez higher because he's the one that I prefer prefer in game at the minute from other versions I've tried of him compared to all these other goalies. So that's why they're in B and Martinez is in A. Bonmati, I mean, great card, has to be up there in the A. Don't need too much explaining. Other versions she's got in the game at the minute it's a very, very popular, you know, probably overused card in the game at the minute. So if she was to get a blue, you better believe a lot of people want that card in their team, man. So yeah, very, very good card there on Bonmati. Federico DeMarco, put him into the B. Solid left back, not on the level of Teo Hernandez, but he's a solid left back. I think it's fair to put him in the B tier. Alexia Putellas, short and sweet with that one, boys. Has to be in the A, man. Has to be in the A. Such a meta card. Very, very popular yet again, like Bonmati. It's the Spanish women, man. Guyaro's in this video as well. Guyaro, Bonmati, and Putellas. Just meta cards, man. And they've been in many of my ranking videos, you know, top best players in each position videos. Those cards have featured heavily across many episodes of that on that series. So yeah, Putellas yet again, top card. If she gets a blue, which I think she will do, she'll be absolutely unbelievable, man, and she'll cost a lot of coins. Obviously, Putellas right now, boys, her highest version is this 91 rush version, 580,000 coins, man. So you imagine that card, boys, with, you know, near enough all 90s in stats, maybe bar the defending, she's gonna be just insane. And then you obviously got the fact that she's got the 5-star. Her card probably approaching around 3 to 4 million at least. You're probably talking 5 million for Team of the Year Putellas minimum, I would say. She's gonna be such a great card. 5-star is the big thing, big sell point on her as well, alongside the great stats. So yeah, super meta card, has to be in the A tier. No exceptions there. We're gonna go with Swanson. We're gonna put her into the B tier here as well. Vinny for me in the A, just a super meta card again. Lamine Yamal probably B. Not everybody's cup of tea in FIFA. I think some people love his other versions. Obviously he's had a few player of the month versions this FIFA as well. Yeah, no, I tried him in draft. Wasn't a big fan of him, I'll be honest, but he's decent. He's a decent card. He's all right. And obviously, yeah, he's not probably gonna get Team of the Year because the Team of the Year attack can be very, very hard to get into. But yeah, I think obviously this is a theory video. We're imagining these cards if they had blue versions, and yeah, for me, Yamal, fair enough to put him in the B tier, I think. Rodri, he's the Ballon d'Or winner. Probably somewhere between A and B. I mean, as I say, for me, probably your perfect CDM in FIFA, you know. Yeah, he's the Ballon d'Or winner as well. Has to be in the A tier for me there as well. We're gonna go with Cole Palmer. I'm kind of hit or miss with this guy, I'll be honest. I've used pretty much all his versions of in the game at the minute, and Palmer has a lot, man. Just do a wee quick search for Palmer, boys, as you can see here. He's had a lot. His highest versions obviously went to Wildcard SBC, but he's had an inform. I've used his 87 and his 88 version as well. I don't know. I mean, he's very good. I used 87 when the Play of the Month dropped, and I remember reviewing him on stream in our Foot Champs games. He was great, but then obviously the card got well outdated, and I had to, you know, step away from him. Listen, it'll be a great card. If Cole Palmer gets Team of the Year, man, he'll be insane, and I think he deserves one. I think right now in World Football, boys, it's hard to look past him as being probably the best player in World Football right now. It really seems that way. He's absolutely just performing. His level of performance recently, boys, has been absolutely amazing, man. So yeah, I think he deserves a blue card. I really do. Do I think he'd be A tier? I think for me with Palmer, I don't know. All the versions I've tried of him so far, he's been good but not exceptional, you know. And all these cards at the top here are going to be exceptional Team of the Years if they get one. For me, I think, well, maybe bar Martinez, but that's only because we had to have a goalie in the A tier, and he's my favorite goalie this year, so that's why I'm putting him in. But he might not be for everybody. Yeah, I think for me, probably somewhere between the A and B. Now, obviously, as I say, with these ranking videos, same as we've done in the past, boys, you know, with these ranking videos, the different tiers, obviously I'm not saying that, you know, Lauren James is going to be as good as Mbappe, boys, you know what I mean? There's levels within each tier, but it's just about being able to rank these cards in 3 different sections, man, you know, kind of bracketing them off into 3 different sections. So with that, as I say, in the same with the B, you know, you look at the likes of Paredes, Renard, Bastoni. Some of them will be better than others, but they're all in the same tier because they're just not quite on the level of the A tier centre backs, for example. So Guillaume then, boys, yes, simple enough one to do. Yeah, B tier for me. Decent CDM, with boosted Team of the Year stats. If she was to get a blue item, she'd be very, very good. But basically the female Kante I always describe her as. So yeah, she kind of feels like that in game, just, you know, aggression across the pitch, covers a lot of ground. So for me, B tier for her. Fede Valverde would be A, 100%. This guy's an absolute beast. All you gotta look at, boys, in terms of his value, I mean, his value now on his regular golds has dropped a lot, but obviously that's due to the Team of the Year market crash. A lot of cards have dropped in price, but even for an 88, he's still holding 40,000 coins, because obviously 88s right now photo-wise are like, what, like 10k, but he's holding a 40k value, man. But if we scroll down here, boys, as you can see, man, I mean, November, back around like the start of October, like 360k this card was going for. I mean, he is a beast in game. Even his regular goal is still a very solid card, as you can see on stats. Imagine a Valverde blue, man. I don't think you'd get in there, because obviously you have the likes of Bellingham, you know what I mean, you've Rodri, he's the Ballon d'Or winner. It's gonna be tough to break into that midfield, but yeah, he'd be some card if he got one, man. He would be an absolute beast. He'd be all 90s, wouldn't he? Easily. All 90 stats easily. He'd probably have 95 as his average average stat in each position, so he would be insane. Obviously, he has that power shot as well, which is obviously a great play stat as well. So yeah, he'd be a beast. He would be an absolute machine in the midfield. Don't think he'll get a blue, but if we imagine he did get one, boys, definitely for me, he's in the A tier, man. Ruben Diaz for me is B. I tried his team of the year. I think it was a good couple of years now, man. Probably FIFA 21, 22. He was like a machine back then for me, because I remember because team of the year item with the centre back, he had so much more pace. He had like 88 pace on him, and because Ruben Diaz is quite a bulky defender, got that stature and height and physicality to him already, he just felt unbelievable because he covered the ground so quick then with the pace boost, and because he already had amazing defending stats. Yeah, he was an absolute monster on the pitch, man. A great card. But even with that, I still wouldn't put him on the level of like a Van Dijk in this FIFA or a Saliba if they were to get blues. So yeah, for me, Ruben Diaz sits comfortably in the B section. Salma Parallelo, she would be A or B. I actually haven't tried her version this year, her other versions in games, so can't comment too much on this card, boys, but heard great reviews from the community on her. Anyone that's tried her other versions, A or B for her, I think. I'll put her in the B tier for now, but yeah, she'd be between A and B. Sophia Smith into the A. The amount of times this fucking card, boys, has destroyed me in champs, I prefer not to say. Alright, I prefer not to say. Sophia Smith's in the A tier. Trinity Rodman, A or B. I'll put her in the A for now. Should be between A and B. But you know what? Probably more B, actually. I'll put her in the B. Probably more B. She's not on the level of a Sophia Smith, so for that reason, I'll put her down in the B, but should be a strong B contender, put it that way. So Pahor then, boys, I'll put her into the B. The 3-star weak foot is the letdown of the card, I will be real. I mean, she is in some nice versions this year. I think it's in her, yeah, Thunderstruck here. Her Thunderstruck, so the E7, 88, and then obviously the Thunderstruck, right? That was obviously an SBC a while back in the game. I seen a few different content creators reviewing this card. She looked amazing. That 91 pace, 92 shooting, 92 dribbling. That combination looked dangerous, boys. She looked a great card. The downside is obviously, yes, the 3-star on the weak foot. That is a problem, and it's why, you know, when we compare this card, if she was to get a blue compared to other Team of the Year items, why she wouldn't quite hold up to some of the other ones. She's not upper echelon, upper tier, but definitely between A or B. I'll put her in the B, but yeah, she's very good in game. Very, very good in game, and if she was to go and get a blue, despite the 3-star weak foot, should still be a very nice card in game, of course. Think Jude Bellingham. Now, the thing with Jude Bellingham is, I'm going to put him in the A tier, because yes, he is a very, very meta card, and he's got a lot of very meta cards in the game already in this game. I think with Bellingham, he's not my cup of tea, I'll be honest. I've tried a few versions of him this year. I don't know what it is, boys. There's always something missing with Bellingham. Some people love him in this game, you know, but I don't know. For me, every time I try him, I just expect more from him. I don't know what it is. He's not my cup of tea in this game. There's many cards that are way cheaper than his cards I've tried this year that I prefer better, that I like better in this game. But yeah, you know, he's going to be an A tier. If he gets a Team of the Year item, which I expect him to do, yeah, he'd be an insane card. Because you imagine a Jude Bellingham, right? If we go to 24 then, boys, comparing his card to last year, I'm pretty sure, obviously with the with Team of the Year Bellingham last year, right? This is his card last year. 96 rated, 90's pretty much across the board, apart from the 88 shooting. But yeah, he gets a card like that this year, anything similar, of course, he's gonna be an absolute beast in the midfield for you. He would be in the A tier. I'm not a big fan, as I say, of his current versions, boys, on 25. I'm really not. Like, his other cards on 25 at the minute. I don't know what it is. There's just something missing about the card, man. Whenever I've tried, I haven't tried this one, but I've tried his 90 regular, I've tried his 89, and I've tried his 91. Don't know. I just don't know about him, man. And those stats look great, even though it's 91 in form, but I don't know. But yeah, he just doesn't seem to do it for me in game. I don't know why. Maybe it's probably a skill issue, boys. Probably is. I just never seem to get the best out of Bellingham. I think that's the case for some people, you know. Certain cards just don't work with the way you play the game. You know, certain cards suit certain play styles and certain, you know, gameplay styles better than others. And that's just there, I guess, right? If we're being honest. So yeah, Bellingham's not my cup of tea on FIFA, but certainly gets a blue item, which I expect him to do. He would be an absolute machine in midfield. No doubts. Alright, getting into the last few then, boys. So we've got Rose Lavelle. She would probably be the one C tier in this video. She's not bad in game, but if she was to get Team of the Year item, yeah, I think she'd be a bit of a drop off from some of the other ones, to be honest. So yeah, for her, boys, she'd be in the C tier. Hansen, 100% into the A. We know how meta she is in game, and did she have a Team of the Year last year? I feel like she did have a Team of the Year item last year, didn't she? She definitely had a Team of the Season. I think she had a Team of the Year as well. So yeah, she did. She had a Team of the Season and a Team of the Year item last year, boys. So yeah, I mean, we all know how good she is in game. So 100% she's going in the A tier, no doubts. Martin Odegaard probably B as well. I'd say the same for Bruno Fernandes too. Although Bruno would probably be between A and B for me, because I think between Bruno or Odegaard, I definitely want Bruno. If we're talking in theories here, hypothetically, between a Team of the Year Bruno or Team of the Year Odegaard, I prefer a Team of the Year Bruno. Funny thing with Bruno Fernandes is, boys, I used to really not like his card in FIFA. Like, any version he got, I didn't like it, man. And I'm a United fan, but I just did not like the Bruno Fernandes Team of the Year items. And that was the case place all the way up to FIFA 23, boys. And then when AFC 24 started, I had a regular gold Bruno and loved this card. And then last year, tried his team of the season item, was a big fan. So listen, Bruno ain't gonna get a team of the year. We all know that. So there's a lot of these in this video, boys. We know it's hypothetical. They're not gonna get blues. But in theory, if he was to get a blue, it would be one hell of a card. And because Bruno actually now, I think he's quite good in FIFA. I think Bruno's versions this year in game have been quite good cards, and he works quite well with the AFC 25 gameplay, it seems. So yeah, if he was to get one, he'd be somewhere hovering between A and B for me. Into the final few then, boys. Dani Carvajal, probably between A and B. I don't know if he'd be an A-star fullback. I'll put him in the B for now. He'd be a strong B contender. It'd be a great Dani Carvajal card, of course it will be. But I just don't think, I mean, we've got a lot of good fullbacks in the game at the minute, boys. We really do. It's a very, left back and right back, especially the way you play, if you want your fullbacks getting forward up and down that pitch, like I'm sure many of you boys do. Fullback's an important position in our teams. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, a lot of people, they're running the low card, they're running Gusto, they're into the icons, Cafu, Carlos Alberto. There's a lot of good cards out there, man. Lilian Thuram. Yeah, even with a team of the year Carvajal. So I don't see him being a real top tier fullback, boys, the way, for example, Teo Hernandez would be at left back for you. So for that reason, I think it's fair to put Carvajal into the B tier for this episode. Nico Williams. Now, I've been running 85 Williams recently, boys, while completing an Evo for him. And I've got to say, man, I've never seen an 85 card hold his own so well in champs and in rivals in late December, early January in FIFA, man. I mean, 85 rated Nico Williams regular gold. I'm doing the Evo on him to get him to 87. But if he was to get one, boys, probably between A and B. I'll put him in the B, but he'd be a very strong B. Maybe even just sneaking into that A tier, man, because yeah, he's a beast this FIFA, man. He is unbelievable in those wide positions. He's rapid, he's so quick and agile on the ball. Yeah, he's been a joy to do, actually, that Evo on, boys. And that's why I done the Evo on him, because I thought you need a left wing for your team. Get Nico Williams done, man. He links in your team, and it's a free Evo to 87 rated. And that's why I went and done it, because he's that good, boys. He's literally that good in game. So yeah, do not sleep on Nico Williams in this game, man. As I say, we're not expecting him to get team of the year, but even his other versions, they're very solid. Frimpong, probably an A-star fullback. He is. He's been meta the last couple of years. I don't think he will get team of the year. I think it'll be Dani Carvajal who gets in the team. And as I say, yet again, another reminder, I will show you boys my team in a second here after we finish up the rankings. But yeah, Frimpong, not much needed said. Feels very good, especially as an attacking fullback in game. So he will be A tier for me. Florian Wirtz into the B. We're gonna go Kachawi, probably between A and B. I'll put her in B for now because she's probably something similar to Selma Bacchus. So yeah, into the B for me on that one. Diane, probably in the B tier. Definitely not on the level of like a Hansen, Savia Smith or something, but she's a good card. So B on that one if she was to get a team of the year. And last but definitely not least, Robert Lewandowski. Now this FIFA, and I've experienced this recently myself as well, boys. This FIFA, for some reason, these taller, clunkier strikers are working better, man. I'm running up front in my team right now, Thunderstruck Alexander Isak, and he is absolutely incredible. He's so good. He has the Finesse Plus, which obviously helps. He gives him that option, but even just regular play, boys, he's so good, man. Really good player. So with Lewandowski, he's had a lot of versions this year. Listen, we'll look through them here quickly. If we just type in level there, look how many versions this guy's got. He's got his numero foot at the minute, costing around 700,000 coins. 88, 89, 90, 91 now, or 90 and then 92, sorry, should I say. So obviously with Lewandowski then, boys, numero foot costing 700,000 coins at the minute, then he's got his 88, 89, and then two 90 versions, man. His Rush, and obviously his La Liga Player of the Month. Very underrated card, I think, this FIFA. A lot of people are aware of how good he is, and then there's some people that, that are like me, in previous ranking videos, who actually was ranking this guy down, and I shouldn't have been, because I didn't realize how good he actually was in game until I tried him. The thing with Lewandowski is you always think, oh, is he gonna feel like a truck to turn? Is he gonna feel really slow, tanky? He's not the most agile. Listen, of course he's not, but you imagine team of the year Lewandowski, right? Say he got the 12th man or something. You imagine like 95 pace on that card. You imagine like near maxed out physical, probably maxed out shooting, the dribbling near enough maxed out, and then obviously passing well into the 90s. I mean, that card would absolutely rock, man. It would be huge. Yeah, he's a bit of a beast, man. I mean, the Rush version's class, but yeah, the numero fut's his most recent version, costing around 700k. That'll drop in value. It probably already has started dropping in value, right? Yeah, he was up around 800 last week, but yeah, I'd say it dropped around 650, but maybe even below 600, boys, by the time team of the year hits next week. But yeah, he's a good card. He's a very good card in game, and I apologize to Lewandowski because I did not think he was as good as he was the last time I did a ranking video, but I can say now, well, surely this card's very good. So yeah, if he was to get a blue, he would be one hell of a striker. He would be one hell of a striker, man. Be very good. But for that reason, I think for me with Lewandowski, I would put him in the A tier. Now, obviously, he's not as good as Mbappe. He's not going to be as good as the likes of a Vinny, but that doesn't mean I can't put him in the A tier. He's better than some of the B tier ones. He's just not as good as some of the ones in the A tier, upper echelon A tier. That's what I'm saying. As always with these ranked videos, boys, there's going to be different segments within each of the tiers. So, yeah, there's going to be some like weaker A tiers, some stronger B tiers, some weaker B tiers, some stronger A tiers, some weaker A tiers. So, it's going to be like that, you know what I mean? But generally, that is the way I'm ranking them. Imagining all those cards got Team of the Year items, that's how I'd rank them, boys. So drop it in comments, get down below in the comments, let me know. And as I promised at the start of the video, boys, that is my Team of the Year team, man, alright? My Team of the Year vote, alright? So, as I say, I don't think I'm too far off. It is always every year something that causes debate. This is the men's one, obviously. I haven't actually done the women's team yet. I probably will vote on that, but I didn't want to do it on video, boys, because I thought, listen, to be perfectly honest, I don't want to be doing a women's Team of the Year ranking or Team of the Year, like, vote. Quite frankly, you know, as I say, I don't watch enough women's football to really be able to thoroughly judge it. So yeah, you know, as I say, it would be disrespectful of me to go and you know, rank the women's Team of the Year without really knowing what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm obviously knowledgeable in the men's game, not so much the women's game. So that's why, as I say, I've done the men's Team of the Year here and not done the women's Team of the Year on this video, because as I say, I don't want to be talking stuff, because I don't want to be giving my opinion on stuff, boys, which obviously I know nothing about, right? That would not be right. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on it, man. I think there's a few arguable ones. I mean, Mbappe we know is going to be in there just to sell packs, but I mean, does he really deserve it over some other strikers? Probably not, but he's in there to sell packs. Salah, Vinny, I think that's fair. We've got Cole Palmer, might be a you know, a different shout, but I feel he deserves to get in there. Bellingham and Rodri I expect to be there. The back line, I feel like it kind of takes care of itself, man. I mean, Teo's going to be in there. I think Carvajal will be. Van Dijk will be. Rudiger, potentially so. And then I put Martinez in the goal, man. So that is my vote. We're going to submit that now. Obviously, every year causes debate. So let me know in the comments, obviously, your thoughts on both my rankings earlier in the video and obviously my men's Team of the Year vote here as well, boys. Let me know what you change in the rankings and in this team and what you agree with me on as well, man. If you've enjoyed the video, please do smack a like on it. It will help it reach out to new people. And of course, subscribe. Join the Footy King channel. Remember, we are doing on the 24th, when the full team drops, we're doing a massive, like 6-7 hour stream opening packs for Team of the Year, man. All my save packs. We're gonna try and have 500 plus. So make sure you get notifications on, get subscribed to the channel, help us out on that next goal towards 7,100. Until the next one, keep grinding those packs, man. I'll see you all soon. Peace out.